Is he still here? Or?
He's not over there on the other side.
Come on, Dehon. Come out of there before I light you up.
Light me up then.
Come on out of there.
This is my house. I'm paying for this house. I bought everything here. I got a bag back. Don't grab them.
Come on out of there.
I'm coming out.
What you are watching is Port Allen police officer Nolan Dehon III, who was arrested on felony charges after using a stun gun multiple times on a 67-year-old man who was at his own home. He was handcuffed in the backseat of a police vehicle and then stunned with his hands tied behind his back. Go ahead and keep watching.
Get up before I light you up. Get up.
I got a bag back.
I don't care what you got. Get up.
I know you don't.
Get up.
I know you don't.
You didn't have a bag back when you was over here busting that lady windows
That's
out.
my house. I'm the one paying for this house. I'm the one putting the sign on. Ain't nobody doing nothing but me.
Cuff him.
Good. You ain't got to have
Put your hands behind your back.
Yes, sir. You ain't got to have me wrong.
Put your hands behind your back.
Cuff him.
All right.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm feeling. Let me put my phone up.
Put your phone in your pocket.
Cuff him.
This is my house. I'm paying for this. Nobody but me. Man, he hit me with that damn jack. I mean, you would come here and put me in jail. This is my house. This is my shit. I pay for everything here. Put him in the back.
I ain't tell you to go
I'm
in.
gonna go in the back.
So far, from a police officer's point of view, one can ascertain that maybe probable cause has been established at this point. The gentleman, is at the scene of a crime. Witnesses probably called in and said, hey, there's a guy out here busting windows in. I mean, the story goes this guy pretty much locked himself outside of his house and he's breaking his own windows to get inside his home. So far, no harm, no foul. The cops showing up. I mean, hey, if you're the police officer on the scene, you want to figure out what's going on, put the guy in handcuffs for a second, make sure that he is who he says he is, or at least check on the neighbor's account too. I mean, they have a valid argument if the guy, if he is a criminal or if he is breaking into the home. But so far, we haven't gotten that far yet. But right now, the police officers don't, seem to have this scene under control, and they haven't hurt the victim in any way, shape, or form.
Wait.
Yes, sir. She don't run nothing back over here. She don't run shit over here.
Hush it up. Stop moving.
You think go get in the car?
Yeah, when I take you there.
Yes, sir.
He seems to be compliant. He's not trying to pull away. He hasn't attacked anybody, hasn't spit on anybody, hasn't bit anybody, hasn't kicked anybody. So there's no reason for the police to escalate the matter. He's in cuffs, so he's no longer a harm to them.
On this bag, I told him I lost my damn key. I ain't stupid.
Hey, shut up.
She ain't got nothing to do with over here.
Huh.
Take his bag. I swear on my butt.
Turn around the outside.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's happening, bro. I'm gonna do this with you. Let's put the seat, your front seat up.
They don't move.
I can't.
Okay.
My legs,
Put your butt
I
in.
got a bag back. Where I'm gonna get at?
Turn around with your butt in the seat.
Lay down?
No. Step
Where I'm
forward.
gonna put my legs?
Step forward. Turn around. Put your butt on the seat. There you go. Face me. Turn around. Put your butt on the seat. Step up. Step on the run board. There you go. Slide in.
And look. Cut the accident off. I got arthritis. Please. Cut the accident off down. Please. I can't turn my legs. I can't turn my
Put
legs.
your legs in.
Well, how?
Put your leg in.
How?
Do it.
Man, I can't put my legs in. Put me in the
Put your
front.
leg in.
How am I put it in the front? Show me how. Show.
At this point, it's pretty obvious, the guy is an elderly man, senior citizen, probably needs some assistance here. But, if the guy is making a claim that it is his home, why doesn't the officer just ask for his ID so he can prove it's his residence? I haven't seen him given that opportunity yet. So, I mean, so far, it seems that maybe they're not following protocol. I don't know. If you're a cop or these procedures well, put your comments in the comment section below and let us know.
Don't push on my legs, man.
Slide back. Slide back.
Where I'm slide? tell me.
Just scoot over, man.
I can't get. Well, I can't get my leg in there.
Switch your feet.
Lord, how much? I can't get my leg in there. Please,
Scoot this way.
What, lay down? I'll lay
No,
down.
scoot with your butt.
Don't pull on my back, baby. Please don't pull on. I had a heart operation. I just got out of the hospital.
Hey.
Stop, and just listen to me. Please, just scoot
I'll
this
lay
way.
down. I can lay down.
No, don't lay down. Just scoot your butt. There you go. A little bit further.
Push your
A little bit
foot.
further.
Don't push on me.
I'm not pushing on you. Just
We're
holding your
trying to
foot
be
still.
patient with you, man, but you gotta work with us here. Come on.
Now scoot with your butt.
Come on. Scoot a little bit more.
I can't. Put your seat up.
Scoot your butt in.
Put this up.
We can't. This is locked in place.
Yeah, that's mounted.
Well, man, you got me handcuffed. I'm breaking my own damn window.
Scoot this way, man.
Scoot over.
I can't get in here.
Do you need help?
Take him out of there.
Go. Wait. Help! Help!
Hey, stop screaming.
Stop that shit.
Scream. Scream again. Go ahead.
Help!
You bitch, you motherfucker. Scream again.
You motherfucker.
You scream again. You understand me? Come on. We're gonna book him in for the.
You bitch. You.
Well, let's stop and think for a second, guys. You know, what if this is your father, you know, who's an elderly man, late 60s, nonetheless? I mean, you know, I live in an area where people are in really good physical condition. So if they're in their 70s even, they look like they're in their 50s. But across the nation, I mean, if you've been, you know, anywhere outside your own hometown or maybe where you live at now, you know, by the time people are in their 70s, I mean, or late 60s, you know, they're not all the same physically fit or mentally fit. And so, you know, in any case, let's just treat each other like we're all human beings and like our own family. And is this how you would want your family treated? Is this how you would treat someone else's mother and father? Well, if that's the case, then, you know, you don't belong in a position of power, you know, with the authority, you know, to carry a gun and place somebody under arrest, put handcuffs behind their back, where you're going to torture them and do cruel, evil things to them. I mean, the guy was posing no threat to these men who were obviously in really good physical condition, and yet here they are torturing the guy with electricity nonetheless. So let's see what happens. So then he shuts the door and he laughs. I mean, what kind of sadist is this guy? You know, this guy doesn't belong on the streets. You know, he's laughing as he's tasing somebody with 50,000, 100,000 volts of electricity. There's nothing funny about this matter. That's the kind of guy that does not belong with the authority to arrest somebody and pull a gun on somebody in the street, pull them over middle of the night. You know, who's to say that he's not, you know, doing worse things to female assailants or victims of his that he says are suspects in a crime. This is just, it's ridiculous, guys.
Simple. That's pretty much his window. So ain't nothing we can do about that. This is the secession house.
But now it's the serving the pizza.
Yeah, he just started doing all that hollering, yeah.
There you have it. You know, this channel is called The Objective Citizen for a reason. We like to look at a situation, identify the cause, and then, you know, kind of give our opinion on the matter. And it's clear to see here that this gentleman, you know, even the police officer just admitted it. It's his house. You know, he's breaking his own window. And he didn't even really scream until after he was tortured. Yeah, he was asking for help because he's being kidnapped by these guys and then thrown into the back of a police car in the middle of the night. Who knows if the guy hasn't been up, you know, 24 hours straight? How do you know he was in the hospital all night and had to go to work that day? And then here he comes home trying to get home. Maybe he lost his keys. Shoot, I've traveled across the country several times where I was on a plane after working all day for 8-10 hours. And I've been up 25, 30 hours straight after I'd been at work. And then I actually landed in a city one time and then realized I locked my keys in my car and couldn't get in the vehicle. And then I had to call, you know, a locksmith. But I was fortunate enough to have the money to pay for that. This gentleman may not have been in that situation. He may not have been unfortunate. So he just figured, hey, I'll break my own property. But the officer was too lazy and didn't care enough about the situation to assess the situation properly and deal with it. All he wanted to do was get an arrest on the books, torture somebody, and call it a night. And he deserves to be locked up.
Hey, bring